Hook, for centuries, it has been the ultimate arbiter of power, a universal language, and perhaps the most pervasive invention in human history. It dictates our choices, fuels our ambitions, and often defines our worth. We chase it, save it, spend it, and sometimes wage wars over it. But what exactly is money? More than just coins and bills, money is a profound psychological and historical construct, a silent force shaping civilizations and individual lives. Today, we're going on a journey to uncover the secret history of money, explore its surprising psychological grip, and glimpse what its future might hold. Prepare to see the world's most ubiquitous invention in a whole new light. The dawn of exchange, beyond barter. Before money, there was barter, a direct exchange of goods and services. Imagine needing to trade your handcrafted tools for a basket of apples. You not only have to find someone who had asterisk apples, but also someone who wanted your tools. This system, while simple, was incredibly inefficient. It lacked a double coincidence of wants. To solve this, early societies began to adopt commodity money, items intrinsically valuable and widely accepted, like shells, salt, cattle, or even large stones. These weren't just goods. They were the very first steps towards a standardized medium of exchange, making transactions smoother and laying the groundwork for complex economies. The rise of coins, standardizing value. The true revolution arrived around 600 BC in ancient Lydia with the invention of coinage. These small, standardized pieces of electrum, a natural gold and silver alloy, bore official stamps, guaranteeing their weight and purity. This innovation was transformative. No longer did you need to weigh precious metals or haggle over their quality. The coin itself represented a fixed value. It streamlined trade, facilitated taxes, and allowed for the accumulation of wealth in a portable, universally recognized form. The Roman Empire, in particular, perfected the art of coinage, spreading its uniform currency across vast territories and solidifying its economic and political dominance. Paper power, the birth of banknotes. Centuries later, the concept of money took another leap, this time in China during the Tang dynasty. Carrying large amounts of metal coins was cumbersome and dangerous, especially for long-distance merchants. The solution? Flying money, promissory notes issued by merchants, redeemable for coin at a different location. This evolved into true government-issued paper money during the Song dynasty. In Europe, banknotes emerged much later in the 17th century, initially issued by banks as receipts for gold deposits. These paper notes were a promise to pay the bearer a certain amount of precious metal, making transactions even more efficient and paving the way for modern fractional reserve banking systems. The gold standard and its fall. For much of modern history, paper money was backed by a physical commodity, most famously gold. The gold standard meant that a nation's currency could be converted into a fixed quantity of gold, providing stability and trust in the monetary system. However, this system also limited economic growth, as the money supply was tied to the amount of gold a country possessed. The 20th century saw its gradual unraveling, especially after World War I and the Great Depression. In 1971, President Nixon famously severed the US dollar's direct convertibility to gold, ushering in an era of fiat money, currency that is not backed by a physical commodity, but by government decree and public trust. This was a monumental shift, making money's value entirely abstract. The digital revolution, beyond physical cash. Today, much of our money isn't even physical. The digital age has transformed how we interact with our finances. Credit and debit cards, electronic transfers, and online banking have made physical cash less and less necessary. Your bank balance isn't a pile of bills in a vault, it's a number in a computer database. This digital evolution offers unparalleled convenience, speed, and security for transactions, but it also introduces new complexities and vulnerabilities. The move towards a cashless society is rapidly accelerating, changing our relationship with money from a tangible object to an invisible stream of data. The psychological grip, why money affects us so deeply. Beyond its economic function, money exerts a profound psychological influence. It's not just a tool for exchange. It's intertwined with our sense of security, status, freedom, and even identity. Studies show that thinking about money can trigger both anxiety and pleasure centers in the brain. The pursuit of wealth is often driven by deeper needs: the desire for control, the aspiration for a better life, or the fear of scarcity. This deep-seated connection means our financial decisions are rarely purely rational. They're heavily influenced by emotions, biases, and social comparisons. Understanding this psychological dimension is key to mastering our own financial well-being. The illusion of value: what truly gives money its worth? If money isn't backed by gold, what gives it value? The answer is surprisingly simple, yet profoundly complex: collective belief and trust. Fiat money works because we all agree that it works. We trust that governments will manage their economies responsibly, that central banks will maintain stability, and that others will accept our currency in exchange for goods and services. This shared social construct is what underpins the entire global financial system. When that trust erodes, as seen during hyperinflationary periods, money quickly loses its meaning. Its value is a collective agreement, a powerful illusion we all participate in. Behavioral economics: our quirky relationship with wealth. Behavioral economics reveals the many irrational ways we interact with money. We often engage in mental accounting, treating different pots of money differently, even though a dollar is always a dollar. We're prone to loss aversion, feeling the pain of a loss more acutely than the pleasure of an equivalent gain. The endowment effect makes us value things we own more highly than identical items we don't. These cognitive biases aren't flaws, they're intrinsic to human psychology, shaping how we save, spend, invest, and even perceive our own wealth. Recognizing these patterns can empower us to make more conscious and effective financial choices. The future of money, crypto, and beyond. The journey of money continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace. The rise of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum represents another paradigm shift, offering decentralized, peer-to-peer transactions outside traditional banking systems. While still volatile, they challenge established notions of currency and financial control. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are also on the horizon, promising government-backed digital cash. The future may see increasingly personalized financial services, AI-driven wealth management, and perhaps a truly global, seamless digital currency. The very definition of money is being rewritten before our eyes. Conclusion: our evolving relationship with money. From humble shells to intricate digital code, money has always been a reflection of human ingenuity and our complex social structures. It began as a practical solution to a problem, evolved into a symbol of power, and now exists as an abstract agreement, deeply intertwined with our psychology. Understanding its history and its hidden influences doesn't just demystify finance. It empowers us to navigate our own relationship with wealth more wisely. As money continues its relentless evolution, our ability to adapt, learn, and critically assess its role in our lives will be more crucial than ever. The story of money is, after all, the story of us.